Hi, it's Warren Buck here. And yeah, look, I'm shooting this video pretty raw because it's fair to say there's a lot happening in the world right now. Haven't done one of these videos for a while. One of my favorite expressions that some of you may have heard is plan for what is difficult while it is easy. That comes from the art of war. And there's no doubt that we're heading into a fairly major time of crisis in the world right now. That's not hard to see. Since the beginning of this decade, we've seen the whole pandemic, the lockdowns, the breakdown of a lot of things as we know. Since that time, of course, we've seen the after effects. And now, of course, we're starting to see the fallen impact hit this. We're starting to see the beginnings of a fairly serious economic recession that I have no doubt is going to turn into a pretty dark winter. And it's like in autumn when you see the leaves falling off the tree. Now, I am going to give a message of hope. Don't worry about that. But before I do, let's just face the ugly truth. I'm a big believer in just being real. There's no question we're under threat like never before as a civilization. We just are. We're seeing all kinds of stuff going on in the world. We're seeing wars going on. We're seeing the major economic issues, the cost of living just going through the absolute roof. We're seeing interest rates being pushed up, like things like that. And there's no doubt that governments are coming for people's wealth. That's what's happening. And we're seeing this. And we saw the craziness of what happened in the whole COVID, where basically for saying, hey, I don't want to take this treatment that's being offered to me, if you're speaking against it, you're being shut down. And rest assured, it's far from over. In the Sovereign Individual book in 1995, Rees, Moggs and Davidson predicted that in the transition and what's happening here towards a more sovereign new world, we were going to see a very, very major breakdown of civilization. It was going to break down, and we're going to actually see a collapse of a lot of what we're seeing, and governments just blatantly start doing stuff as well as lawsuits and things like that. And the reality is your wealth and protecting your wealth, but more than your wealth, your mental health as well, is more important than ever before. I'm meeting so many people right now, like mental health issues are through the roof. I can tell you now, I've had one of the toughest years I've had in a very long time. I've really had difficulties. I've had to go myself and get some pretty decent mental health. Unfortunately, I've got some very good tools to deal with that. So right now I'm in as good a place as I've been, but there's no question that I've been struggling, and it's because I'm owning the fact I'm struggling, because we are in a major change. And then, of course, on top of that, many jobs through artificial intelligence are being replaced. And all that's going to lead to a time of exciting opportunity. But right now, this video is about being pretty real. And yeah, look, for those who take action, I do see very good days ahead. I see very bright days ahead. It's an opportunity like never before to become not only sovereign, but prosper, have more meaning in your life, and have better quality of mind and better quality of life than ever before. And I see this as a huge opportunity. But in saying that, just like COVID was an opportunity for people to make change, this is too. But let's not ignore the ugly truth and live in a fantasy. Right now, the world is in a challenging place. People's wealth and your wealth is under threat like never before. And if you're not going to take action now, it will be too late. And again, for those of you who have got money behind you, or you know what I'm talking about, I don't need to convince you. You either know that or you don't. So we're going to be running an event, and it's not for everyone. This event, we've done sovereign individual and wealth events before, but this one's going to be very different. It's not so much of a big get excited and do all that kind of stuff. It's going to teach you tools to be mentally strong. So to navigate your way through this, number one is about your headspace, to be mentally strong, to be willing to stand your ground, fight for your wealth if you have to, and look after it and protect it and make it very hard to get. So it's going to be very focused around protecting your wealth legally, and I stress legally, minimizing your taxes so you stay right within the law. And especially for those who are willing to become philanthropists and really be part of the change in the world, there are some wonderful ways to not only protect your assets, but legally minimize taxes if you actually, and I emphasize that, doing genuine philanthropy. And as an example, one of the fastest growing structures right now in Australia is what's called a private auxiliary fund, where it's actually for people who are giving, who raising up funds to invest it and grow wealth, but then use it to contribute to worthy causes and things like that. There's also amazing grants that you can get with charities and foundations, like legal grants, for example, like to promote and make a difference in the world. So this event's very much about people who want to build a legacy, protect your wealth, really do it in a wise and smart way, have some plan B options behind you, and in terms of for your future, and really all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be an early bird ticket price, and the early bird ticket price, for those of you who basically do this, let me just double check again what it is. It's available until July the 24th for $97. There's going to be a panel of experts. It won't just be me. I'll be one of the speakers, but we're going to have a number of speakers. We're going to be having Stephen Pettit speaking on some of his stuff, second passports. I'll be speaking more on foundations and philanthropy. We're going to be having a lawyer speaking around asset protection around properties, an accountant teaching on structures. It's going to be a great event. So come along if you value your wealth and you really want to learn the tools to protect your wealth and make sure you come through unscathed. And again, this is for serious people who want real content and serious learning and willing to take serious action to protect your wealth. Okay, look forward to seeing you. If it resonates with you, sign up now. Don't hesitate, because if you hesitate, as you know, you probably won't do it. So make sure you get in there if you know it's right for you, and I'll see you there.